Okay, so let's get going on this rear shock. We're going to take our little plastic trim tool, come right under here. We're just going to try to pry up and see if we can get this piece to lift up. Should have little push tabs under there that are holding it down. So we're going to move along over to this side. This right here comes unscrewed. That stud's attached inside here, and it's kind of holding this panel. Continue on with this trim tool. You want to use a trim tool over a screwdriver so you don't mar up your plastic. Okay, so this just has those same little tabs like that other one. So that's the noise that you're hearing. It keeps popping. Grab this, lift it right up, and we'll pull it out of here. So let's get this spare tire cover out of the way and this plastic right here. Next, you're going to use a little fork tool. Just come right under here, pull up on these. Goes right up and out. Awesome. So we have electrical here, obviously. We got a switch and this right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull this away, but we don't want to pull it all the way across the whole car, right? We don't want to pull out any wires, no tugs. So just kind of get it so it breaks free, just like that. Here's what we're looking for. Perfect. So I just grabbed a pry bar, but you can use whatever you want. And essentially all I want to do is just hold this panel away so I can do a little bit of work here. We're going to grab our 15 millimeter socket. I have an extension, and we're going to remove these nuts right here. That one off of there. Set those aside. Awesome. Let's go underneath. All right. As you can tell, the procedure would be the same for the other side. Okay, so as you can see, we don't need to remove the tires, so that's wonderful. We're going to use a 24 millimeter wrench on this nut back here, and a 21 millimeter socket right on this side, and I'm going to remove this bolt. Obviously, we want to be careful when we remove this bolt because there's nothing holding the shock in once it comes out. Lift up. Ta-da! Okay, so now we've got our shock. We're going to compress it down, and I'm going to remove this strap. We'll let the shock go completely up, and then we're going to compress it back down. We're going to do this 3 to 5 times. That's just going to get it activated before we go ahead and install it, okay? And this is a very important step, by the way. Don't skip this step. Let it go all the way up. It takes a minute. It'll go faster every time. There we go. All the way down. We're activating the gases inside there. Oh yeah, that's going up much faster this time. Okay, so let's get our shock up inside the hole that leads into the body of the vehicle. We've got our bolt. Nice. Put this nut on here. Let's bottom it out. We're going to torque this down to 166 foot-pounds. Torqued. Okay, so we're back up top. We've got our brand new rubber bushing here. New nuts. Perfect. Take that rubber bushing. Put it right on there just like that. You're going to notice the nuts come in 2 different sizes. We're going to use the big nut first, and the second one's just a locking nut. It's just going to lock that first one in. So put this on. I'm going to bottom this out. There we go. Now I'm going to torque it down to 18 foot-pounds. To do that, you might have to have somebody hold the bottom of the shock, just in case it's going to want to spin on you. It's going to take a second. I got to squish down that rubber. We're going to torque this down to 18 foot-pounds. There we go. So take the smaller or thinner of the nuts, which is the locking one. Put it right on there. We're just going to bottom this out against the other one. Awesome. Flip this over. All right. So let's remove whatever you've got holding that out. It's going to come along like this. We should have a little stud coming out through this hole. This rubber needs to go along the outside of this. Okay. So I'm just going to use my trim tool. Just come along like this. I'm just going to try to grab this little lip and just pull it all the way along this plastic. You got your little push tabs down here. Should get those into the hole. Okay, so we got our little plastic screw-on hook here. Just put that on. Snug it up. Grab this plastic tray. Put it in here. Grab this. So on here. Should slide inside there. Just like that. I'm gonna grab this mat. There we go. Put that in there. Just like that. Beautiful. All right, let's get this back on here. So let's get this back on here. Lift back up on this. Make sure you've got your little hooks coming through. Make sure it's nice and secure. Put this down. Put these down. All right.